Whoa! Here we go!
What can I do for you, young man? Because we're overextended. We came in here waving the banner and expecting to mold the Mojave into our own image. That ain't exactly the case. This war has turned the Mojave into a wound, and it's attracting every manner of vermin out there. The old guard is dead, thanks to you and to Randall. But now there's a new breed. No sense of restraint, no sense of humanity. But they ain't afraid of anything or anyone. And they only answer to force. And that is where you come in. Somebody's got to put that fear into them. The kind of fear that twists your spine and makes you hesitate, even if only for a moment. Most of them already know your name. They'll be coming for you. But you ain't like the others, are you? Something is driving you. It doesn't matter if it's greed, if it's hate, or a sense of justice. You just hold on to it. You're gonna need it. Because the brass fucked me, that's why. My ass is past retirement, but some colonel used stop-loss to keep me running his shitty little jail. The truth is, we're spread thin, so any combat-ready rangers and troops, they're already deployed to the forward areas. Basically, I'm stuck here until the war ends or I drop dead. It's hardly ideal, but I'm determined to make the best out of it. California originally, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. I grew up in the Tehachapi Mountains. It's a beautiful, peaceful place. My old man was a rancher and made a good living at it too. He wanted me to get in the family business, but I was young and foolish, so I left. Sometimes I wish I stayed up in those mountains, fat and happy with some farmer's daughter at my side. Yeah, but who the fuck am I kidding? I could never stand to be in one place for too long. Besides, I'd have blown the family fortune on whores and booze. My brother stayed on to run the farm, but I ain't heard from him in years. He's a bossy little fuck, so I'd have probably shot him if I went back. Okay, then. What can I do for you, young man? Alright, there isn't really an application. It's more of a briefing. We're trying to bring law and order to these parts. I don't really care if you like the NCR or not. Just bring in the bad guys and you'll get paid, plain and simple. Now, if that's an acceptable arrangement, I'll have your license ready in a moment. So what's your answer? Why wouldn't it be? If you've got the guts, it's easy money. One thing though, unlike these mercenary firms, we do pay higher for live bounties. I understand that you can't talk everyone down, so we also pay for fingers. However, you're giving up cash if you always go in guns blazing. In order to assist you with getting these live bounties, I'm going to issue you a bounty collar, which is just a modified slave collar. This little device goes around their neck. When you manage to talk them down or coerce them, slap this on. If they stray off course, it will start prodding them with a nice dose of electricity. If they head for the hills, it'll fry their ass. Take my word for it, it ain't pretty. Once you get it on, they won't wander. And when they turn themselves in, just come in and claim the bounty. The collar has an electronic signature that indicates it's your bounty, so don't worry about someone taking credit for your work. You'll find bounty posters scattered throughout the territory. If there's a poster, we've got the paperwork on them, so just bring them in. That's pretty much it. Here's the collar and your license. Come back if you have any questions, and happy hunting.
What? I got raised rough. Ended up in a jam. So I joined up. Drank too much. Pissed off some pussified top. Landed in this shithole. Goddamn pogue motherfuckers. He's some kind of freak. Living in a tower. Keeping piss in bottles and drinking it. Fucking disgusting. One time I was detailed to burning human shit, and that might have been worse.
What do you want? I'm Lieutenant John Ramsey. Don't call me John, LT, or any other shit. To you, I'm just Lieutenant. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself. If Captain Skull would let me off the hook, I'd kill every one of these bastard criminals. If you're looking to talk shop, just hit me up. I'd write and update the files for those scumbags you're chasing so I can give you information. Unless you think I have a problem with bounty hunters, of course. Yeah, fuck you too.
Like the shadow of a ghost. Fighting time! I'm gonna make you scream! Get down! Fire in the hole! Spotted. I've got you back. All clear. ready to die! Ready to Remember not to get you mad at me. Guess that was just bound to happen, huh?
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me see that finger. You know how Lobo got that name, right? They say when he got hopped up on Jet that he'd literally start howling at the moon. From the looks of his finger, his howling days are done. It's definitely Lobo's. Good work, kid.
Look out. First recon is present.
What do you want? Alright. I grew up in a small village in New Mexico. It was up in the mountains where we were relatively safe from other tribes. I was only 5 or so when the Legion swept in. My father died quickly, along with the other fighting men in the tribe. My mother was raped and then killed for resisting her attackers. My older brother was taken, but he was deemed worthy of service, not slavery. I was sickly at the time, so they pressed me into slavery. They told me to show honestas industria et prudentia. I was forced to work the fields and livestock. I can't tell you how many of them died out there, working to feed the damn Legion. I remember what the overseer would say to us after someone died. To keep you is no benefit. To destroy you is no loss. Since I was growing into a strong lad, the Legion relegated me to logistical support for their frontline troops. My overseer's unit was tasked with setting up an outpost in territory occupied by the Desert Rangers, but we never made it there. The Rangers ambushed us at night, and like most ambushes, it was a brief, bloody, and one-sided affair. After the smoke cleared, I saw my old overseer writhing in the dirt, gut shot. I cut out his tongue, eyes, and then I pulled out his insides. As he lay there squirming, I leaned over and I whispered "Diskepachi" into his ear. He had always said that to slaves when he beat them. I joined up with the Desert Rangers at the ripe age of 14. Not long afterwards, we got assimilated into the NCR. I appreciate the work you do, Bounty Hunter, but I think you can understand why I want to get out of this place. Insubordination. Striking a superior officer, conduct unbecoming, that about sums it up. The limp dick CO at my last duty station had it coming. That incompetent fuck was getting my men killed, so I acted. The brass would have shit all over me if they could, but old Skull put in a good word, and my combat record means something in wartime. They can chew you up, but sooner or later they have to spit you out, right? No, I grew up in New Mexico, and got nothing else to say, so don't ask. Yeah, fuck you too.
Don't everybody get excited.
Well, that's that then. Like the shadow of a ghost. I'm hit! Here we go! Whoa! Here we go! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Gotcha!
After all.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me just check the finger. Yeah, that's hers. You know, the fiends had fallen pretty far when they looked to her for leadership. Makes me wonder if the fiends are finally starting to unravel as an organized band of raiders. That's probably just wishful thinking. Good work.
Boone, you got a look on your face like somebody shoved a dirty corn cob right up your ass. Chill the fuck out, partner.
Whoa! Here we go! Guess that was just bound to happen, huh?
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? That's no problem. Give me a second to authenticate the finger. Sure enough, that's his. Wish I could have put him on trial, though. But dead is better than nothing. Good work.
What do you want? He's that old Enclave butcher from way back, right? You're on a snipe hunt if you ask me. If he's managed to survive, he's long gone. They're tough, disciplined, and well paid. Most mercs would give their firstborn to get on board with that crew. Assuming you survive, 10 to 15 years of steady work can set you up for life. Their leader is the key to the whole thing. I don't know his background, but he's rumored to be tougher than Caesar's legate. He's some kind of legendary killer from the plains. I hear he enslaved an entire town and then burned it to the ground. As much as you see me sitting on my ass in this bar, you should have a clear picture. It's feast or famine, really. I get most of my income from the caravans and merchants, so it can vary with the seasons. Shadow Company snatches up most of the contracts, and we independents are left to pick up the scraps. I did hear a rumor that some new firm might be moving into the Mojave. Martin's Marines was the name. Who knows? If you must know, I'm from outside New Reno. My family died from disease when I was young, so I lived with my Uncle John. He had run with the Desert Rangers in his younger days, so he had a lot of practical knowledge to share. He showed me the ropes and got me set up in the business. After he passed, I took over his contracts, and I've been on the road since. Bye.
What do you need?
What can I do for you? There's not much to say. I came into some money, so I fixed up this building and turned it into a saloon. With the caravans and prospectors passing through, I've been able to get a lot of business. As for me, you could say I was a drifter for a while. I'll leave it at that. Some things are better left unsaid. Sure thing.
Thanks.
See you later.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I recognized you the moment you strolled in here. You're the famous bounty hunter who wiped out Richter and Associates, right? I also understand that you gunned down Jack, Heck Gunderson's former gunman. I was privileged to work with Jack for several years. He was a fine shootist, lived his life according to the code. I see. You're the professional type. All right, I'll do this. If you fight me on my terms and somehow incapacitate me, I'll surrender. No bullshit, no arguing. We settle it in the streets, one-on-one. I'll assume that your silence indicates consent. Meet me outside.
Trim as a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
It takes guts to meet me out here. I'll give you that, kid. That won't save you, though. Make your move.
clear.
Too bad.
All my...
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let's see that finger. Yeah, that's his, by God. He was a nasty little twerp, too. Hope you made him suffer. Good work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me see that. Yeah, that's Doug's alright, and you got his trigger finger no less. He was fast and mean, but sometimes that just ain't enough. He enjoyed goading people into pistol duels, then claiming self-defense after the fact. I guess he never figured on running into the likes of you. What can I do for you, young man? Uncle fucking Chuckles. Now there's one depraved son of a bitch. Cocksucker dresses up like a clown and lures kids into his house. Then he fixes them for supper. Sick bastard's been at it for over 10 years. Almost caught him back in California, but got a rumor that he drifted to Vegas. Word is that he's behind those latest kidnappings in Freeside. However, seems Lady Luck might have cut us a break. Hobo by the name of Tommy Raggs said he saw a clown leading a kid away. It's not the best lead, but it's something. Let this guy know that we sent you and he should open up. Good luck.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more...
Huh? What? Oh, the clown. Yeah, I seen that squirrely freak shuffling near the gate, carrying balloons and promising candy to kids. I kept an eye open, watched where they went. It was an old ranch house out yonder, past the overpass. Say, since I'm being so helpful, how about throwing some ends my way? kings are a bunch of greasy tightwads won't help at all. Bless you, stranger. Good luck catching that fucker.
Watch out!
If it isn't our favorite VIP.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Step right up. Have a treat. Chuckles has soda, sweets, toys, and steak. Oh, the toys. Everything a growing body needs. Dinosaurs. Watch out for gnomes. If you like toys, come back to the big room where I keep the secret prize. Wakey, wakey! It's a beautiful morning in Chuckles' labyrinth of laughter. Get those stiff bones up and moving. We've got games to play. Your performance is electrifying! Your performance is electrifying! Look at that, Poopsie. This one has a brain. Gnomes! 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 Some are loyal, some are knaves, some are spies. True gnomes never lie. Knaves always lie, and spies must die! Dunn. Dirty spies always get what's coming to them. Pick a door, any door. One will lead you out of the labyrinth, while the other two will make you dead. Woohoo! Chuckles is impressed. We'll have to celebrate. Will Chuckles bake a cake with your lard? Or will he use your eyes as hors d'oeuvres? Oh, such drama! I'll be the Capulets. You'll be the Montagues. Have at thee, coward!
All gotta go sometime.
Target lost. Engagement successful.
Hold it right there, fucknuts. Don't take another step. Do you have any idea who I am? What the hell are you doing here? Explain yourself. You've got some nerve to come strolling up to my hideout like this and making demands. Why in the fuck would I turn myself in? Better yet, why shouldn't I just blow your fucking head off for making the suggestion? Shit, maybe you're right. I can't believe I'm doing this. Stand down, boys. I'm taking a walk. Throw me that fucking collar I know you've got waiting. Goodbye.
Got you in my sights. Get down!
Well, that's that then. Got him!
Take him out. I've got you back.
Hold it right there. We've been staking out this place for 2 days, just waiting for Jameson and his crew to step out so we can ambush them. Then our little bounty hunter comes strolling right in as the gang commences to kill each other. Pretty fucking amazing luck if you ask me. But I don't give two shits about that bounty. Jameson had information on a stash of gold. I want it now. I'd advise you to keep going. For future reference, it's best to stay out of our way, Pilgrim.
Hey. What do you need?
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Ah, so you bagged old Bloody Brad, did ya? I don't know who gave him that damn moniker. He probably gave it to himself. He ran a tight crew for years, but I heard he's been slipping lately. Rumor also has it that he knew about some stash of Legion gold. That's just a scuttlebutt, though. If the Legion loses anything, they're usually on it like white on rice. Anyway, here's the reward. Good work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? I figured that old bandit would turn himself in. He was probably more worried about his own men than the NCR. think he ended up getting 15 years. While he wasn't as nasty as some, it's good to see justice served. Keep up the good work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me verify that thing. Yep, that's Chuckles. Damn clowns are a fucking menace, and he was the worst of them. Killing is one thing, but hunting down children and eating them, well, that's something else. Brass might complain, seeing how they wanted a trial, but here's a little secret. That little cocksucker wasn't leaving this jail alive. Here's the reward, along with a bonus on me. You earned it. Good work.
What do you need?
Too bad.
Guess that was just bound to happen. Gotcha! Well, that's that.
Going grenades. Hey, look who's here. The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize.
We don't need the NCR.
Got you in my sights. Right with you.
Don't make another move, profligate. I've been tracking you for days, and now you're going to pay. Your actions at Cottonwood Cove, particularly the murder of Aurelius of Phoenix, have vexed the Legate Lanius. These missions are normally an impersonal matter, and I'm happy to undertake them cum gladio et sale, but in this case, I volunteered. I want the distinction that comes with killing the famous bounty hunter who felled Aurelius and so many others. Now, my legend will supersede your own.
I'm gonna miss having Anderson around.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Alright, let me take a look at the finger. Yeah, that's Marlo's alright. That's one less gangster to worry about. Though I bet someone takes his place next week. Here's your cash, kid. Keep up the good work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let's see that finger, or whatever's left of it. Yeah, that's Palo's finger. I hope that bastard's getting a taste of his own medicine in hell. Good work, kid.
Can you believe they tried killing our president? Don't they know who they're dealing with?
The bosses of the Americas, Omernus, the ones
Things
that run
are getting
Gamora.
stranger
Someone
every
killed
day.
them.
Contact!
Good as new.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Hold on. Yeah, that's his finger. Old Sam had easy pickings on those trade caravans for too goddamn long. Good work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Alright, let me see the finger. Yep, you nailed that, old bandito. Keep it up.
What do you need?
Whoa!
Go! Run! No!
Spotted. Got it covered. You're mine.
Yeah, catch!
Spotted.
Get down! Fire!
Take him out. It's over.
jumpy. Holy shit!
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? So you bagged that big bastard, did ya? Super mutants are getting too big for their britches, and I'm glad to see you put them in their place. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Alright, just let me verify the finger. Yeah, you got him. I really am glad to see that murderer out of business. Good job. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Yeah, they got tired of that scumbag jumping bail, so somebody decided he had to be put down. You know, for the good of the Republic, as they say.
Eat this! Got it. Contact! Got it covered.
They killed him!
Remind me not to get you mad at me. Good as new.
Thief! Holy You like that?
What do you need?
Hey.
Okay. Okay, I must... I hope you've got medicine better than some sticky herbs.
Maybe it's my time.
Never stood a chance, did they?
Take him out. I've got your back. Can't run from me. You're mine.
Well, that's that then.
Whoa! Here we go! Get down!
I've told you for the last time, don't disturb. Wait, you're not one of them. What are you doing here? I know, you're working for the NCR. You've come to kill me, haven't you? I can't. They'll kill me. Maybe you're right. I do have quite a bit of intelligence on the Legion's logistics. I'll turn myself in. I see you've got the collar ready, so while I'm putting it on, grab my records from the desk over there.
What are you doing in here? No one is authorized to enter the lab. Explain yourself, immediately.
Jesus, you killed him. I'd be dead if it weren't for you. Thank you. I'll see that these records go to good use. Goodbye.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? I thought for sure he'd wind up in the news, but old Quisling had enough dirt on the Legion to get his sentence knocked down to 10 years. Anyway, did a hell of a thing for the Republic bringing him in alive. Some secret squirrel types from the capital were overjoyed about it. Alvord will be talking to our intelligence guys real soon, and ultimately that'll save lives. Here's the reward. Excellent work. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Jesus, that's one disgusting finger. The goddamn skin is dripping off. Ugh, I just lost my appetite, thanks. I can verify that this is Jacob Power's finger. He was harassing Searchlight for years, and after what happened, well, I'm glad to see him go. Besides, anything that can be called a zombie and a communist in the same sentence should be put down for the sake of humanity. Good work, kid.
Keep an eye out for wildlife.
Take him out. I've got your back. Hey!
Guess that was just bound to happen. Ha!
sometime.
Remind me not to get you mad at me.
Easy there, don't shoot. I'm just looking to conversate. Haven't seen anyone around this ranch since the owner left for no apparent reason. I'm struggling to remember his name. Goddamn age is getting to me. That doesn't matter. I think I know why you're here. I've seen you before. You're that bounty hunter who worked for Stephen Randall, right? Randall was a good man. He had a lot of anger in him, but still good in his core. It's a shame what happened. Anyway, I'm guessing you're looking for that slaver, right? Rzeznik, or however you say it. He's a piece of shit. Every once in a while, the NCR passes through trying to find him. It's common knowledge he does business around the ranch here. But what they don't know is that he's right under their noses. His bunker's over yonder beneath that overpass. I can see that you got something to say, so spit it out. As a well-traveled prospector, I knew quite a few shady characters in the Mojave. Randall always paid well for information. Normally, I'm reluctant to share my secrets, but Randall was trustworthy, and he wasn't stingy with the cash. It was nice while it lasted. Oh, there's a lot of good prospecting to be done down here. A lot of folks are scared of the Legion, Jackals, Vipers, and Banditos, but they rarely roll through here in force. Most often it's just caravans and traders, especially those dealing in human commodities. Adam, fuck his last name, you know who I mean. He's subtle enough to avoid the NCR, but I've seen where they're operating. Normally I say live and let live, but he's different. They call him the Butcher for a reason. He's a goddamn monster. Randall did me a solid on more than one occasion, and I never got to thank him. I figure this is the next best thing. And I hate slavers and will continue to do so until my dying day. 20 years ago, they took my wife from me. It ruined my life. I looked for years, but never found a trace. Even the men who took her are a mystery. I figure getting back at old fuckface gives me a small sense of justice. Just get him, okay? All right, kid. Good luck taking out that scumbag. I'll be around.
Just what the medicine man ordered.
Hold it right there. State your business. Excuse me. His office is the first door on the right.
Hey, come on in, have a seat. There's coffee if you like it. Make yourself at home. It's no rush, but when you're ready to talk business, just have a seat and we'll get started. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Adam Rzeznik, and as you probably know, I deal in human property. I apologize for the dank setting, but the NCR's presence dictates some degree of secrecy. Now, what can I do for you? I sleep very well because I have a full stomach, a loaded gun, and a roof over my head. Oh, and you blew your cover, dick shit.
Self-control is a virtue.
What can I do for you, young man? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this case before you set off. This case is personal for me. Jake Burns and his shit-kicking relatives killed one of my very good friends, Captain Gary Winstone. We had received some reports of an illegal moonshine operation near Crescent Canyon, so he started investigating. Right before Captain Windstone was going to uncover their hideout, well, those bum brothers tracked him down to his home. I was one of the first investigators on the scene, and it was fucking awful. I've seen some heinous shit in my days, but those animals... I estimate that they had their way with Gary's wife before they did both of them in, along with his 2 kids. They're fucking savages, and they've got to go. Now, officially, your only job is to kill Jake Bums, the brother's ringleader. However, Windstone's reports indicated that they do operate as a clan with a matriarch at the top, and I want you to kill that old raggedy cunt. If you bag Grandma Bums, I'll throw in an extra 250 caps, no questions asked. Now I'm counting on you. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Alright, let me just authenticate that finger. Yeah, you got the bastard. I hope you killed his brothers too. They're a bunch of drunken savages. Here's your reward. Good work out there. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me verify that finger. Yeah, that's his. On top of slavery, you could have added treason and bribery to old Rzeznik's charges. Scum like him don't deserve a trial, in my opinion. Good work.
The shadow. Hey! That was just bound to happen, huh?
Too bad.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me verify that. God damn right that's his finger. He was a real piece of shit and we're all glad to see him go. Well, I'm happy to know that Jake's dead. I've got to ask you, did you off Grandma Bums too? That's good. Damn good, in fact. As promised, here's another 250. You did me right proud on this one, kid. Good job. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Well, the finger's red enough, so yeah, you got him. Kelly was a pain in the ass, ransacking convoys, stealing guns, whatever he could. He called himself a rebel. I just think he was an asshole.
Excuse me, kid. I notice you reading over that wanted poster. You seem like you can handle yourself. Any chance you'll be going after Red Bear? I'll tell you why. I've been tracking Red Bear for over a decade. He butchered most of my family back in Utah and took my niece. I was old enough when I started this thing. Now I'm wearing down, kid. I hate to admit it, but Red Bear has outlasted me. I'm damn near broke. But if you can find my niece, I'll see to it that you're rewarded. She's all I got left in the world. If you just agree to search for her, I'll set you up with 100 caps. But let's be honest, that's chump change compared to the bounty. And I've got information that should put you right on his trail. How about it? That's mighty large of you, kid. I've traveled far and wide, and there ain't many with that kind of character. Here's the deal. Red Bear takes his captives to raiders and tribals all over the region, but he's got a special arrangement with the Vipers. Red Bear hates the cons, so he supports their sorry-ass rivals with discounts on captives, which the Vipers then trade for arms and ammo. One of Red Bear's old henchmen, Slade, is now a ringleader for the Vipers, so it's working out even better for both sides now. Red Bear has a reliable trading partner, and the Vipers are making moves to undermine the cons. I scoped out the Vipers moving some captives to the south of town. They don't keep captives for more than a few days, so a deal with Red Bear must have gone down recently. If you can find Slade, you can get some information on Red Bear. I'm too old to take these bastards on, but I bet you're up for it. Any questions? Where do I start? His name really is Red Bear. He grew up in a rough tribe in the plains and acquired the title after killing a bear at an early age. He was banished from his tribe in his teens after defying his father, the chief. It didn't take long before he formed his own band and went to work. Years later, he exterminated the upper caste of his old tribe and took pleasure in executing his own father. Of course, patricide is one of his minor offenses. He's killed men, women, and children through multiple territories for decades. Most raiders are afraid of him, and at the very least they respect him because of his reputation for ruthlessness. He wasn't always on his own, however. He started out under a fellow named Marco, who taught Red Bear everything he knows. Rumor has it that Marco is the only man alive that can scare old Red Bear. They parted ways years ago, with one going east, the other going west. Any more questions? Well, it feels like it was a lifetime or two ago, but I work for the government, sort of. It doesn't matter. After that fell apart, I set up a family in Utah where I thought we could get in on Brahmin herding. Things weren't meant to work out that way, I guess. Any more questions? No, I'm afraid that doesn't ring a bell. You got any other questions? I lost it 10 years ago when Red Bear put a pistol round through my eyeball. There wasn't much left of the eye after that. Any more questions? Well, I hope the information helps you. I don't even know if she's alive, but if you find my niece, her name is Polly. I just want to settle the score with Red Bear. You can find me at the saloon here in Good Springs. Good luck out there, kid. I'm counting on you.
You are in the wrong place at the wrong time, asshole. I'm Gustav, one of the Vipers. You got a lot of balls to come strolling into our camp. Well, if you're just talking, that's fine. Between you and me, I'm no friend of Slade. So do what you gotta do. I'll steer clear while you're there.
Remind me not to get you mad at me.
Watch out!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Watch out!
I'm afraid that Ike was in the middle of a dreadful losing streak, and he elected to blame me for his misfortune. Poor soul. He was just too high-strung. Before the war, I was an orthodontist, and while I've ceased practicing, I still enjoy using the title. It lends weight to the name, don't you agree? Chasing Red Bear, are you? Many impetuous souls have pursued that rogue, and they might as well have been chasing the devil himself. However, I am loath to denounce your endeavor entirely, as Red Bear is a scoundrel of the lowest order. After all, he is just a man, and as the real Romans would say, memento mori. We ghouls are an exception, of course. As for information, you might try accosting the local Viper hoodlum Slade. Firstly, congratulations on exterminating that nuisance. Like most of the raider refuse, he had little regard for decorum. He and his petty outlaws had a habit of preying on defenseless females. I simply cannot abide a man who disrespects women. However, with Slade dead, I'm afraid you're at an impasse in your search. Nevertheless, I might have a possible lead. I do know that Red Bear has extensive dealings with Mr. Norman Meston, a brutish individual who operates Shadow Company. Shadow Company is a rather shady mercenary outfit
but they manage to thrive out here on the fringes of the NCR. Only inside the bowels of a heavily guarded bunker. It's an unappealing route to Red Bear, but it's a route nonetheless. Here's a location. Meston should have documentation of his dealings with Red Bear. I'm not privy to the details, but they have been trading for at least a decade. They call them Shadow Company for a reason. It's a crude yet accurate description of their secretive nature. Various factions rely on them because they conduct all operations with the utmost confidentiality. As for Meston, I don't know much about the man other than that he has a tremendous capacity for physical violence. Rumor has it that the company's profits finances implants and other unnatural augmentations to the body. And where you find Meston, you'll find his rabid lackey, Mr. Joshua, a vicious little cur and utterly loyal to Meston. I see I have not dissuaded you. If you manage to survive, I hope you return to the saloon and visit a bit. And one more thing. If you are going to pursue this in earnest, I'll advise you to consult with Mr. Dent, the gentleman sitting at the bar. I believe he's had dealings with Shadow Company in the past, although they were anything but amicable. Farewell, and good luck.
What can I tell you? You sure? Okay, got it.
Yes, he's a key figure in an organized crime syndicate. Supposedly he had extensive dealings with that corpulent pervert, the judge. The prevailing rumor is that Mr. Fisk has come under significant pressure from his own superiors since you've disrupted their interests. If Mr. Fisk is removed, it will only exacerbate the power vacuum rendered by the judge's demise. I certainly wouldn't shed tears for either of those bastards, but I'll worry who might replace them. Nature abhors a vacuum. I never met him, but I had the chance to interact with some of his contemporaries. Whatever crimes the Enclave perpetrated, I was always impressed by their fastidious approach to oral hygiene, every last one of them. As for Captain Ribben, I understand he assisted with horrific experiments while serving under Lieutenant Colonel Charles Curling. By all accounts, Captain Ribben was quite enthusiastic, but fortunately for all of us, some chosen one stopped the whole affair. I've never quite fathomed the appellations in such legends. Who chose this one? I certainly didn't. Pardon me, you didn't inquire into my opinions on wasteland myths. To return to the matter at hand, I have no idea where Captain Ribben might be. A few rumors persist, and they are dubious at best. One traveler purported that Ribben was now a wild man in the Spring Mountains and had spawned a pack of feral orphans to do his bidding. Stranger things have happened, but I am skeptical nonetheless. In the meantime, I will drink to your success and bid you good luck in this manhunt. He is an ill-bred, flagitious cur bent on pillaging and destruction. Despite his bucolic origins, he possesses considerable intelligence and cunning. I saw him on one occasion in the town of Dalhart, a dusty stopover on the plains. He was trading in hides and chattel, an accepted practice there. His eyes said it all. He had a stare that was more barren and dehumanized than that irradiated step. He was young, but I knew what he was. He has long since been a pestilence in those parts, though I estimate he is aging by now. It's been 30 years since I saw him that time. If the law doesn't catch him, then time will, my friend. I grew up before the war and was blessed with a strong upbringing and a classical education. Both have served me well in these troubled times. My father died when I was rather young, so my brother Joseph and I were close. That was a lifetime, 2 lifetimes ago. Joseph was taken from me before the war. I don't normally like to speak of it, but it's been so long. Joseph was the sheriff in our hometown. What he lacked in loquacity, he made up for in decisiveness. He was an honest man, more honest than I ever was, at least. He was a rock. I thought he could never die. One weekend, a drifter made his way into town and, for no apparent reason, killed Joseph. He shot him in the back, they said. The state police eventually found the perpetrator, a man by the name of Johnny Rounder. He was tried and sentenced to death. He sat on death row for 2 years, and after countless appeals and delays, the execution date was finalized, October 24th, 2077. It was a day too late as things turned out. The airburst over Fort Benning produced enough radiation to kill almost everyone shortly afterwards. I watched my family wither away, my own son turning pale, his hair falling out, crying. I wanted to die with them, but I lingered on. I fell asleep next to my wife as she died and prayed to die with her. Instead, the next morning I woke up looking at Johnny Rounder. He was holding Joseph's badge, admiring it like it was a long-lost trophy. He'd already changed. He just looked at me and said, "Now you got something to live for, Doc," and then walked away. I've been following that bastard for 200 years, and it's going to end here. I can feel it. We've killed each other several times over if you're measuring pain. He had experience with a pistol and was able to outduel me at first. For years it was just a game. He'd leave me broken and bleeding in some remote spot. But in time the game stopped. It was around 2190, I think. We were somewhere in Texas, someplace where they still had trees near Louisiana. I caught him coming out of the saloon, but it wasn't some craven ambush. I looked him in the eyes first, then I put a .357 slug in his gut. He mangled my arm and managed to get away, thanks to his gang. We faced off at least a dozen times since then, but never with any resolution. For the last few years, he's been running a gang outside the NCR and Legion's respective territories. However, with the regional power players and the judge gone, there is an opportunity for a ruthless prick like Johnny. Besides, I know how he thinks. He'll be here, sooner rather than later. If not for the power, then for me. If you ever get a lead on him, look me up. I'd do anything to get another shot at him. I was wanted for questioning in regards to a minor altercation in the adjacent territory. Randall was prompted by his employers to pursue me. Randall was very professional about the whole affair, and realizing I was a fellow Southerner, he was willing to discuss the matter. We settled it with a card game, which I handily won. Randall was a gentleman about the affair and left it at that. In case you're wondering whether I cheated, I'll say this. Any man who wouldn't cheat when gambling for his freedom is a damn fool. It's simply a shame what happened to Randall. He carried himself with a rare combination of strength and calm. He was very poised. And I can tell you that if your profession depends on using a gun, poise counts for more than anything. He's a veritable psychopath who places engraved harmonicas in the mouths of slain opponents. How he acquires such a steady supply of harmonicas and the means to engrave them is beyond me, but that is his moniker. He was born from the same putrid stock as Marco, so villainy is in his bloodlines.
What's up? Most of the old Enclave goons have assimilated or long since departed for areas without formal government. The majority of them aren't worth the trouble, but Arthur Ribben is an exception given the nature and scope of his crimes. Men of every stripe and qualification have scoured the Mojave for Ribben, and all they've uncovered are ghost stories and outlandish rumors. Here's my advice. Follow the money. Guys like that still have to eat, and so he's got to be pursuing some manner of business that uses his skills. That's my 2 cents anyway. Even though it's been a long time, he still deserves to face justice. Good luck. What's up? I do. What's it to you? Is finding that bounty worth your life? Because going after Meston is a suicide mission. Shit, you're serious, aren't you? In that case, let me give you some details on Norman Meston and see if I can't get you to reconsider. Nobody's sure about Meston's origins, but one thing is certain. He's a warrior's warrior and runs that outfit with discipline and authority. That's why House and other prime movers rely on Meston for their dirty work. He'll always get the job done, or heads will roll, literally. As for the bunker, it's a death trap. He's got at least 36 armed men, sentry bots, and ravenous mongrels as well. And they don't stop to ask questions either. If you step foot in their little lair, expect to be shot, burned, and mauled. I've made a living out of reading people, and I can see you're going to go through with this. The things people will do for caps. You might not want it, but here's some advice. Use a stealth boy. Get in, get the info you need, and get out. Don't dick around in there. Here, you can have this one. I haven't needed it in years. Good luck, kid.
Keep looking. Stay sharp. Right behind you.
Anybody there? Anybody there?
Hostile detected. Lethal force authorized for...
Maybe I'm just jumpy.
You like that?
Hell's bells, they even shot the dogs, didn't they? Easy there, partner. This ain't an ambush. I'm Conrad Dillon, and I'm in the same line of work as you. I was tracking old Red Bear, but I guess we're both a little late, eh? I have a proposition. Let's work together on this thing and split the reward. Red Bear's close, but I doubt I can take him alone. 2,500 caps is a lot of money, friend. That's great. Don't worry, I won't slow you down. Meet me outside the emergency service rail yard. I have a contact there. Hopefully, we can get the drop on Red Bear.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask, 'cause I don't know.
Good. You made it. My contract is hiding over there. Mather, come on out.
I see you've met Dillon. I've got some bad news. Dillon there is not who he seems. He's working with Red Bear, just like me and the 8 gunmen surrounding you. I'll probably regret this, but I know your reputation. I'll leave with my men, but you sure as fuck better kill Red Bear. If he finds out that I double-crossed him, it's gonna be a dark day for Mr. Mather. Here's the note Red Bear gave me. It says where we're supposed to meet. Maybe you can find him there. Dillon already hightailed it out of here. You better watch out for that snake. Later, kid.
Whoa, whoa!
That sweetie sure is something. I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
They're dead. All dead. Red Bear, he killed them all. I went to the west side to get supplies. When I got back, he'd already left. I shouldn't have left them. I shouldn't. My pa and my brothers, he took the supplies and just killed them. I know they wouldn't put up a fight. We don't believe in fighting. Why would that man kill them? My pa didn't even believe in using guns. Why did he have to die? I know. I don't know what to believe anymore. What should I do? Alright, if you say so. I got a glimpse of his gang in the distance. They were headed toward Mount Charleston. I'm gonna do like you said now. Goodbye.
Well, you've entered the sacred property of the Temple of the Order. You best state your business, stranger. All right, stranger. Well, speak to the father, Aaron Flagg. He'll be able to help you. Don't do anything stupid, though. The deacons are watching.
And so, brothers and sisters, remember the words of the prophet. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die.
What do you need?
What do you need?
Hello, my son. What brings you to the People's Temple of the Order? Perhaps. That depends on your motives, stranger. Why do you seek Red Bear? Marco? By all means, I'll tell you everything I know. Red Bear left not long ago to deliver his last captives to some mercenaries camped further up the mountain. You can find him here. Please, give Marco my best. You'll tell him I was helpful, yes? Of course you will. Good luck!
What do you need?
Evening.
Hey.
Evening.
You took your time, bounty hunter. You don't know it yet, but you're in a tight spot. You make one wrong move, my men will send these captives to hell. But if I wanted to kill you, it would have happened already. You've shown some guts coming after me, so I've got a proposition. Okay, Scrapper. You and me, but it's on my terms. Knives or fists. Well, fine. If I die, the captives are yours by right of combat. My men won't touch you, you have my word. I'll store your gear in the footlocker. In the unlikely event that you do kill me, you'll find the key to it in my pocket. Here's some leather armor to wear, just to keep things even. That's enough talking. Let's do this.
Hey! Had enough? Damn!
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Hold on, just let me verify the finger. I'll be damned, that sure is Red Bear's finger. A bounty's a bounty, kid, and I guess that old bandit slowed down and lost his edge. On behalf of the NCR, thanks for taking that bastard out. I don't know what you're gonna do with the caps, but you sure earned them. Hold up. Something kind of important has come up. I just got word that some ghoul bandit is camped outside Novak. We're getting a lot of reports that a power struggle has erupted in the local syndicate, and this might be connected. This fella outside Novak is some kind of ghoul gunslinger, and he might have a stake in the whole affair. The only ID we have on him is Rounder. He robbed a caravan yesterday and killed 2 guards. My orders are explicit. Kill the ghoul immediately. We don't have time to put up posters or any of that bullshit, so I'm counting on you. In case you're wondering, the reward is 500 caps. And no, you don't have a choice. Get it done.
Don't take another step or I'll put a round right in that pretty little smooth-skinned face. I see you brought my secret admirer, Dr. Friday. It's good to see you, Doc. Unusually reticent, I see. I guess he's still smarting from that last gunshot to his knee. As for you, Courier, I just wanted to say thank you. I've been wandering a long time, pursued and harried by my orthodontic nemesis, and all the while I've been grasping for some semblance of power. In one fell swoop, you've delivered my dream. By eliminating the judge, Red Bear, and other players here, you've opened the doors for me and Sergio. On top of that, you brought my ageless enemy into the heart of an ambush. Regardless, I know what you're about, bounty hunter. And you ain't walking away from here. Any last words? Look, it's a complicated deal with ramifications, and well, fuck it! Just kill this motherfucker!
Get down!
I never thought I would see this again. I've never had many friends, Courier, but I'd be honored to be yours.
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me just verify that. Yeah, that's his. That's a hell of a relief, kid. Good job. Now, before you go a-celebrating, there's another matter. Last night, a blood-drenched maniac ran into a ranger station and reported a massacre. He tipped us off about a hidden bunker that supposedly belongs to the infamous Mr.Fisk. Anyway, the guy insists that some badass gang entered the bunker and cleaned it out. He stated that the assailants left him alive to announce their deed. I'm suspicious of this whole affair, so I want you to investigate. I know you're not doing this out of the goodness of your heart, so we'll make it an even 100 in exchange for meaningful evidence. Good luck.
bad. Pointless.
What the fuck happened here? Who the fuck are you? I'm Luther, the local Viper crew. We got hired by Mr.Fisk to work his muscle. Since things are getting hairy around here, you know? I show up and all I see is Mr.Fisk and his workers all deader than dog shit. You just nosing around the joint? I ain't gonna ask again. Who are you? What the fuck are you doing here, man? Better yet start explaining why Mr.Fisk is dead. Well, I mean, I don't know, I guess, shit. Mr. Fisk is even trickier than I thought. Alright, we'll meet him there. Later.
Got your back.
I met with Garth. He tried to get tough, so I cut off his ears. You should know better than to try strong-arming me, Fisk. You ever pull some shit like that again, I'll come down to that nice, clean bunker and scalp you and your pretty secretary. Sergio's coming, old man. You better run while you have the chance.
You've seen them too, haven't you? I can see it in your eyes. I knew I wasn't the only one. I don't trust a man that doesn't have something strange going on about him, 'cause it means he's hiding it from you. If a man's wearing his pants on his head, or if he says his words backwards from time to time, you know it's all laid out there for you. But if he's friendly to strangers and keeps his home spick and span, more often than not he's done something even his own ma couldn't forgive. If anyone asks, we never spoke.
Well, hello there, stranger. Thanks for stopping by the shop. I'm Alan Rogers, owner and operator. What can I do for you? It's relatively safe, and I've managed to eke out a living over the years, tinkering and fixing things for traders and travelers. My wife passed a few years ago, and my son was killed fighting those savages at the first battle of the Hoover Dam. That's his picture over on the wall. I tried to dissuade him from joining up. Don't waste good iron for nails or good men for soldiers, I said. He got swept up in it all along with his friends. Now he's gone, and it's just me and Sally, his daughter. And if you're wondering about her mother, it's a dead end. She was a harlot, nothing more. She ran off with some gambler after Brian died, but I can't complain. Having Sally here is a reason to keep getting up and trying in spite of it all. Seeing her smile is all the motivation I need. Sally's deaf, I'm afraid. She's got plenty of brains. I mean, she reads every book I can scrounge up, and she's got a sharp wit to boot. Even though she's a fine lip reader, she'd still be helpless out there in the wasteland at her age. If something happened to me, I just don't know. I've taught her how to hunt, skin animals, and fend for herself, but she's still young. She'd be easy prey for raiders or those scum from Caesar's Legion. They don't have much regard for women, much less those who are impaired. You can't be serious! That's the most outlandish thing I've heard in years! Do you even have any proof to support such a ridiculous claim? God, I didn't think they could find me after all this time. Sally, she can't make it alone. I can't go. I'd have to go to trial. The NCR will make a spectacle out of me and my granddaughter will be left alone. No, I'd rather die, frankly. You're right. I can't keep running from fate. Give me the collar, please. Just ensure the NCR takes good care of Sally. Goodbye.
What can I do for you, young man? I recognize this. Damn, this is bad news, kid. I figured that someone might knock off Fisk, but I hadn't planned on this. This harmonica belongs to Sergio Booth, hence the initials. He always leaves these things in the mouths of high-profile victims. He's fast, ruthless, and unpredictable. And now he's here, goddammit. With Fisk gone and the NCR occupied with the war, Sergio has a real opportunity to seize control of the local raiders and crime syndicate. I'm worried that Sergio's presence might be tied to another pressing matter. Just recently, Lieutenant Ramsey went out to recon Valley de Haro. It's a newfound hub for raiders that's tucked away in the sheep range. What really has me worried was Ramsey's last message. He seemed to believe he had sighted Sergio up there. I was skeptical at the time, of course. There's no doubt about it now, though. Sergio's here, and he's probably set up shop in that cesspool. As for Ramsey, I'm fearing the worst. If that's indeed the case, please get his dog tags. I'd advise you to pack plenty of ammo, supplies, and a few well-armed companions. I wish I could spare men, but that's out of the question. In the old days, we would have run in there guns blazing and hanged the ringleader on sight. Now, with this damn war, we can't do shit. Whatever the risk, you have to take Sergio down. I'm authorizing a reward of 2,000 caps for his finger. If the money ain't enough, then there's something else. Sergio's rumored to be the half-brother of Marco. I know you had dealings with Stephen Randall before, and there's a lot of bad blood with Marco. I've seen you with that old pistol of Randall's, too. A lot of hard men have pursued Marco, and they all came up empty-handed, and most of them died in the process. If he's alive, then Sergio is your best shot at finding him. So, 2,000 caps and a shot at finding Marco. If that ain't incentive enough, you need to change occupations. Good luck.
We all gotta go sometime.
Contact!
Well, here we are. I finally get to meet the famous bounty hunter of the Mojave. The one who got the judge, Red Bear, and Johnny Rounder. I was expecting someone a little taller, frankly.
Take them out. Contact! All mine. Right with you. Take him out. Get down! Fire in the hole!
What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? I thought it was some kind of joke at first, but he checked out. I'm just amazed that old bastard lived right here under our noses for so long. Those bureaucrats back at Shady Sands got really worked up about this. They had planned to use this trial to boost morale. But it wasn't meant to be. The old man died of a massive heart attack right before it started. He couldn't bear losing that granddaughter, I guess. Speaking of which, we had someone come pick up the girl. She'll be going to a state orphanage. It's gonna be tough, but she'll have to manage. The man upstairs didn't do her any favors by making her the granddaughter of a known war criminal. Well, you're bringing out the big guns, aren't you? Alright, I'll see what I can do. I know of a ranger who's looking to adopt. They're good people, and I suppose she'd be better off there. I'll do this for her father, and that's it. Then get out of here. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Let me see that finger. Well, you did it, didn't you? As happy as I am to know that Sergio is dead, I still hold myself responsible for Lieutenant Ramsey's death. Either way, you earned every bit of this reward, and I don't know how you did it. You're the best goddamn bounty hunter I ever saw. And just because Sergio is gone doesn't mean I don't have work for you. There's still smaller bounties scattered throughout the territory. Besides, we're at the frontier, and there's no telling who could drift in here next week. It's not really my business, but I hope you found some information on Marco. He's been running from justice for far too long. If you ever want to collect a bounty or just shoot the shit, drop in any time. We ain't going anywhere. Good luck. Oh, I almost forgot. I have some good news. Since you made such a dent around here, the brass has approved generic bounties. What that means is that you can submit fingers from raider captains or other bigwigs. The payout isn't as good, but it's steady income. Anyway, just bring them in and we'll cash you out, sort of like a casino. But with, bloody rotten fingers. Oh well. Good luck. What can I do for you, young man? Okay, what's the bounty? Okay, sure, let's see what you've got. Okay, here's your reward. Okay then.